When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have first crack at this one. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line, it's Powell. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off play action on first down. It's complete to the left. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one is 2nd and 14. He wants to throw it again. Got a man, it's Taylor. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Hauls it in. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route?
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Kansas State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
When you're a defensive lineman, you're trying to get underneath the offensive lineman as fast as possible, dive in there and create like a pile in the backfield where the quarterback can't move his feet. Because you see the quarterback on QB sneaks, grabs the football and tries to just keep his feet moving and just try to get an inch or a yard, whatever it takes. But the defensive linemen have to do a good job of getting in the backfield.
Leaves it with the running back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the run, it's Jackson. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Wildcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
Oof, what a break by the returner. You know, he's looking to try to do some damage and make some people miss and make a big play, and he coughed that puppy up, but what a break. How fortunate is he to fall back on that football?
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to get it through the air. Right on the money. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing into a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
Under fire. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Mahan. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. The Yellow Jackets with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Powell. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a first and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. It's complete to the right. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
The Yellow Jackets didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quick handoff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught behind the line. It's Powell. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on 4th down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play. That's got to give you some confidence.
desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Kansas State pushing the pace. Looking for a man. It's Mahan. It's complete on the right side. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. The sure hands, it's Ferguson. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Quickly to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback may change this route. He wants to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, and you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Fires to the tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Wildcats are rolling down the field. The give to the tailback. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Takes a hit as he fires. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He's already made 1 field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. Dead center perfect. That brings them to within 1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis. They're trailing by 14 to Penn State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lost a throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just listen to the Little Apple. You can hear it all the way to the Big Apple as they try to get the defense off the field. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Headed to the end zone, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And what a great play call there on 4th down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that 4th down play for a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpoint?
Open field on the right. he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The play action fake. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the ground, he's got it again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking for the score! Snagged in the end zone! Touchdown, Wildcats! Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Great job on 1st down. Great job on 2nd down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's Powell. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Barnett. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Yellow Jackets hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Looking for room, it's Powell. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's 3rd down. Listen, if I go get this 1st down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this 3rd down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You could tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football, and trying to bleed the clock. Now, I'd get after this quarterback. I'd be anticipating throw here. Just send the blitz and really dictate to them to give yourself an opportunity to win.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Quarterback now breaking the field. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to throw, it's Barnett. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. It's one thing to execute early in the game. tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.